Hello, I'm Melena.
I'm Isabel.
I'm Sarah.
And I'm Emmeline.
And today we're presenting to you
Our list of the top 10 most influential presidents of the United States.
Let's see if how students agree.
Abraham Lincoln was the 16th president of the United States. Lincoln served as president from 1860 to 1865 as a Republican. Lincoln was responsible for the Emancipation Proclamation, the Gettysburg Address, and he helped to reunify the United States. Tragically, Lincoln was assassinated shortly after the end of the Civil War, but his legacy lives on and he forever changed the United States.
Hello, and I am here with
Lily Wisman.
Grace.
Who do you think is the most influential president in United States history?
Abraham Lincoln.
Abraham Lincoln.
Can you explain why?
Because he worked on all the Civil War stuff and emancipated slaves.
He did some good stuff for slavery, and he's on the $5 bill.
Elected in 1960, which caused the South to secede in 1961.
He passed the Emancipation Proclamation.
I think he was assassinated, I think, a few weeks after.
George Washington was the first president of the United States. He impacted the nation through his farewell address, leading the Continental Army during the American Revolution, and leading the Constitutional Convention, becoming a founding father.
Hello, who are we here with today?
Hello, my name is David Smith.
How are you doing?
It's really none of your business.
In your opinion, can you tell us who you think the most influential president in U.S. history is?
I would have to say George Washington, the first president.
George Washington.
George Washington.
George Washington.
Why was George Washington significant to the nation's history? His farewell address had a lasting impact on future presidents.
He kind of set the bar for the level of reverence that we should have towards the president's office.
Well, he wrote the farewell address.
He's the founding father.
What is something created by George Washington that we still use to this day?
Only serving 2 terms as president.
Franklin D. Roosevelt was the 32nd president of the United States and served from 1933 to 1945. His New Deal restored a sense of security in America, putting citizens back to work and helping to restore the economy. His programs, such as Social Security and the FDIC, helped to build back America after the losses from the Great Depression.
Now, in your professional opinion, can you tell us who you think the most significant president in the United States was?
I think that FDR did a lot of good with like moving America towards kind of recuperation out of the what was it called, Great Depression? I remember learning a lot about that.
Who do you think is the most influential president in United States history?
I would say FDR because he created the New Deal that got us, well, not necessarily got us out of the Great Depression, but helped towards that.
Theodore Roosevelt was the 26th president, serving from 1901 to 1909. Despite being the youngest president of all time, it did not stop him from leaving a lasting impact on America. His Square Deal added new laws to protect American citizens from monopolies and unsafe consumption, and he aimed to conserve natural resources. His presidency not only brought excitement to the office, but progressively moved the United States. What is one influential thing that Teddy Roosevelt did for our country?
He passed a bunch of conservation laws to help.
The 3 C's. He really focused on conservation, consumerism.
Consumer protection and control of big businesses. You were trying to say, is that correct?
That's correct.
He did the conservation, which is really important.
Harry Truman was the 33rd president of the United States and served as a Democratic president during World War II. Throughout his presidency, Truman made the important decision to drop the atomic bombs in Japan in World War II, developed his policy of containment, known as the Truman Doctrine, to stop the spread of communism to other nations, and introduced the Fair Deal, a deal that helped to reshape the U.S. from a rocky economy to a peaceful economy of post-war Reconstruction and the Cold War. Tell us anything you know about President Truman?
Truman Doctrine.
The Truman Doctrine.
Something about something in, was it Turkey and Greece? Stop the spread of communism.
Dwight Eisenhower was the 34th President of the United States and helped shape the nation to what it is like today. Eisenhower played a major role in leading the Allies to victory in the Battle of Normandy and signed the Federal Aid Highway Act into law, which authorized the construction of highways in the U.S. Eisenhower also aimed to protect the health for all Americans and provide essential human services with the creation of the Department of Health, Education, and Welfare. Can you tell us what you know about President Eisenhower?
He was a great military general and average president, you know, nothing great, nothing bad. As the kids would say, he was kind of mid.
I remember Eisenhower did all the interstate system.
Thomas Jefferson was the third president of the United States and is on the nickel. He wrote the Declaration of Independence and helped write the Constitution. He also issued the Louisiana Purchase, doubling the size of the United States. On top of that, he issued the Northwest Ordinance and Lewis and Clark Expedition.
Who am I here with today? Addison.
Michael, two-piece coffee.
And why is Thomas Jefferson significant? He made the Louisiana Purchase.
He was born on April 13th, 1743.
And he was also grew up in a town in Virginia, purchased the Louisiana Territory.
John F. Kennedy was the 35th President of the United States. Kennedy served as president from 1961 to 1963 as a member of the Democratic Party. Kennedy was the youngest person to become president, and his efforts towards the Cold War and Civil Rights Movement had a lasting impact on the United States.
You tell me who JFK was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
John F. Kennedy, Mr. President.
Well, he failed at the Bay of Pigs invasion, but he was successful in the Cuban Missile Crisis.
I know he got shot in the neck.
The new frontier.
A civil rights activist.
Wait, what?
And there's like a huge conspiracy on it. And like everybody thinks it was like 3 people or 2 people or 1 person. And like apparently there's like a magic bullet that went in and out of him.
Sick. Thank you so much.
James Madison was the 4th President of the United States, serving from 1809 to 1817. James Madison is known for his influential role in the creation of the United States Constitution and Bill of Rights, and is known as the Father of the Constitution. His presidency led America during the War of 1812, and his influence is still prominent in American society today.
Here with Katie.
And Marco.
You know James Madison?
Yes.
Name one influential thing that James Madison did for our country during his presidency.
Oh, Madison Mercy McCulloch established judicial review. Yes. Yes, they did.
Perfect.
Okay, y'all.
Who do you think is the most influential president in United States history?
I would say James Madison.
And why?
He wrote the Federalist Papers, which advocated for independence.
Lyndon B. Johnson was the 36th President of the United States. Johnson served as president from 1963 to 1969 as a member of the Democratic Party. Johnson became president after the assassination of JFK. Johnson's Great Society led to Medicare and Medicaid, which are still used today. His support for the civil rights movement, the space race, and social welfare programs greatly benefited the United States.
Are you aware of who Lyndon B. Johnson is? Yes. He did the Great Society.
And what is something created by Lyndon B. Johnson that we still use today?
Medicare?
I hope you enjoyed our presentation.
It seems like a lot of tough students agree with our opinion.